I'm John Wyver. I'm the producer for the live from Stratford-upon-Avon broadcasts. So what we're doing is doing a live presentation of Richard II from the main theatre, from the Royal Shakespeare Theatre in Stratford-upon-Avon, which is going live to more than 350 cinemas in Britain. And then is going to be shown what we call as live, the recording that we're taking on the night, in another 200 or so cinemas around the world over the following 6 weeks. We want this to replicate in a certain kind of way the experience that you would have if you were sitting in the theatre in Stratford, but at the same time we want to enhance it by giving you close-ups of certain moments, giving you developing shots, which I hope, without being obtrusive, will feel like they make it interesting and exciting to see on a big screen. I don't think there's any sense in which it has changed what the director, Gregory Doran, and the cast have put on stage. There's no sense in which we're trying to alter what they're doing. We're trying to reflect that for the screen. I think it's very important for the Royal Shakespeare Company to take its productions in this way to new audiences, to audiences that perhaps can't get to Stratford-upon-Avon because they're not in this country or they're quite a long way away, perhaps to younger audiences, to people who don't have the habit of going to see the RSC in Stratford-upon-Avon. We have static cameras in the auditorium which are fixed on posts. We have a camera that is on rails and can move from side to side. But we also have really quite an elaborate piece of kit called a Movie Bird 44, which is a big fixed base crane which has a 44-foot telescopic arm. And this will allow the camera that's fixed on that to move around, to rove around, and indeed to go really quite close to parts of the action. I think it will be one of the things that will really make this broadcast, I hope, absolutely thrilling. There are about 60 people involved, I think, who are working the cameras, making sure all the engineering works, overseeing the satellite uplink, putting the radio mics on the cast. There are 3 big broadcast trucks outside. There's also now a satellite uplink truck which will take the picture and sound that we create, push it up onto a satellite, and then from the satellite spread it out across the country. Last week we did a camera rehearsal. We brought the cameras and all the rest of the equipment into the auditorium, ran the whole play without an audience, but with the cast in full costume and makeup, to test the way in which the screen director, Robin Luff, was imagining he would approach using the cameras right the way through. We all then watched that recording the next day on a cinema screen, so we could judge how the makeup was working, whether the costumes looked all right, and what the way in which this was coming across on the screen, whether that was working or not. And then on Wednesday in the evening, we'll run the whole thing and put it on a satellite and keep our fingers crossed.